What if I told you that the salad you're eating could have been grown in the middle of a city, in a building that looks more like a skyscraper than a farm? And what if I told you that this lettuce is actually fresher, cleaner, and better for the planet than almost anything you can buy at the grocery store? It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's real, and it's called vertical farming. Today, we're going to explore this insane technology, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons why this method of growing food isn't just a cool idea. It's a complete game changer that could literally change how humanity eats forever. We're talking about growing food stacked in layers, sometimes hundreds of feet in the air, using hyper-efficient LED lights and way less water. It's a revolution happening right under our noses, inside warehouses and repurposed buildings. Forget everything you thought you knew about farming, because this is the future. We're going to break down how this technology works and why it might be the single most important agricultural innovation of our lifetime. So, stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to look at your vegetables in a whole new way. We're counting down the top 5 reasons vertically farmed food is actually better for you and the entire world. We're going to see some crazy futuristic farms and talk to the people making it happen. This is huge. You are not going to want to miss this. Let's get into it. All right, first up, and this one is huge freshness. Think about the lettuce you buy at the store. Where did it come from? Most likely, it was grown on a massive farm hundreds or even thousands of miles away. It was picked, packed onto a truck, driven across the country for days, sat in a distribution center, and then finally made it to your grocery store shelf. By the time you buy it, it could be a week old or even older. It's losing nutrients and flavor every single second of that journey. It's just how the system works. Now imagine this instead. A vertical farm can be built anywhere. I mean literally anywhere, in the middle of New York City, in the desert outside Las Vegas, right next to your local supermarket. This means the journey from harvest to your plate can be cut down from days to just a few hours. That is an insane level of freshness that traditional farming just can't compete with. The lettuce is still crisp, the herbs are incredibly fragrant, and the taste is just on another level. This isn't just about taste either. The moment a vegetable is harvested, it starts losing its nutritional value. Vitamins like C, B, and E begin to degrade almost immediately. So, that week-old lettuce from California, it has way fewer nutrients than the lettuce picked this morning from a vertical farm down the street. You are literally getting more bang for your buck, more vitamins, more minerals, and an unbelievably better tasting product. It's like having a garden in your backyard, but it's run by scientists in a skyscraper. Okay, let's talk about something that nobody likes to think about: pesticides. Traditional farms are out in the open, exposed to everything. They have to deal with bugs, weeds, and diseases, so farmers often have to spray their crops with powerful chemicals to protect them. While these pesticides help the crops survive, residues can end up on the food we eat. Even after washing, some of that stuff can still be there. It's a massive problem, and people are rightly concerned about what they're putting into their bodies. This is where vertical farming completely changes the game. These farms are entirely enclosed, controlled environments. Think of them like a clean room in a laboratory, but for growing food. The air is filtered, the water is purified, and there are no bugs. Because they're sealed off from the outside world, there's no need for herbicides or pesticides. The plants are grown in a perfectly clean, safe space from seed to harvest. It's one of the biggest advantages of this entire system. You're getting produce that is as pure as it gets. So what does this mean for you? It means you can eat a salad without wondering what chemicals might be hiding on the leaves. It means the food is cleaner and safer, especially for kids. They don't even have to wash their produce before packaging it because it's already so clean. This is a level of purity that is almost impossible to achieve in a field. No pesticides, no herbicides, just pure, clean food. Have you ever bought a carton of strawberries and half of them were amazing while the other half were sour or mushy? That's because traditional farming is at the mercy of Mother Nature. One week it's too hot, the next there's a massive rainstorm or maybe an early frost hits. All these unpredictable weather changes affect the taste, size, and quality of the food. A farmer can do everything right, but a single hailstorm can ruin an entire crop. It's a constant gamble, and the result is inconsistency in the food we buy. Vertical farming takes all of that unpredictability and throws it out the window. Inside these high-tech facilities, every single element is controlled with insane precision. The sunlight is actually specialized LED lights that can be tuned to the exact spectrum plants need to thrive. The weather is a perfect 72 degrees with ideal humidity, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The nutrients are delivered directly to the roots in precisely measured doses. It's the perfect growing day every single day. There are no seasons, no droughts, no floods. The result of all this control is mind-blowing consistency. Every head of lettuce, every bunch of basil, every strawberry is virtually identical to the last. They are grown under the exact same perfect conditions, so they have the same amazing taste, the same perfect texture, and the same vibrant color every single time. This means no more guessing if the produce you buy will be good. It will be. This allows us to have delicious, locally grown strawberries in the middle of winter in Chicago. It's a level of quality control that's simply not possible in a field. This next one is a huge deal for the future of our planet, the carbon footprint. Let's go back to that head of lettuce from California being shipped to New York. That's a journey of nearly 3,000 miles. Think about the massive diesel trucks burning fuel for days to make that trip. Now multiply that by the millions of trucks shipping food all across the country every single day. The amount of carbon emissions from food transportation is absolutely staggering. It's a massive contributor to climate change, and it's a problem we have to solve. Vertical farms offer an incredible solution. Because they can be built in urban centers, right where most people live, they slash transportation distances from thousands of miles to just a few. This drastic reduction in food miles means far fewer trucks on the road, far less fuel burned, and a massive cut in carbon emissions. We're talking about taking thousands of polluting trucks off the highways and replacing them with a few local delivery vans. And it's not just about the trucks. Traditional agriculture also requires heavy machinery like tractors and plows that burn a lot of fuel. Vertical farming doesn't need any of that. The entire process is contained and automated. By localizing food production and taking it vertical, we can drastically reduce the environmental impact of feeding our cities. It's a simpler, shorter, and much cleaner supply chain. This is one of the most powerful arguments for vertical farming. It's not just good for us, it's fundamentally better for the health of the entire planet. Okay, for our final reason, we're talking about our planet's most precious resource, water. Traditional agriculture is incredibly thirsty. It accounts for about 70% of all freshwater use globally. A massive amount of water is sprayed over fields, but a lot of it evaporates, runs off, or just doesn't make it to the plant's roots. In places like California and Arizona, where a lot of our produce is grown, water is becoming extremely scarce. We are literally draining rivers and aquifers to grow our food, and it's not sustainable. Now, get ready for a truly mind-blowing statistic. Vertical farming can use up to 95% less water than traditional farming. Let me say that again, 95% less. That is an absolutely revolutionary number. How is that even possible? Well, instead of spraying water everywhere, these farms use closed-loop hydroponic or aeroponic systems. The water is delivered directly to the roots in a nutrient-rich mist or a shallow stream. There is almost no waste, but it gets even crazier. The water that the plants don't absorb is collected, purified, and reused in the system over and over again. The only water that leaves the farm is the water that's literally inside the vegetables you eat. This level of efficiency means we could grow massive amounts of food with just a tiny fraction of the water we currently use. In a world facing increasing droughts and water shortages, this technology isn't just cool, it's absolutely essential for our future survival. It's a solution that could help us feed a growing population without draining our planet dry. So there you have it. 5 reasons why vertical farming is an absolute game changer. We're talking about food that's fresher and more nutritious, grown without pesticides, and is perfectly consistent every time. On top of that, it drastically cuts our carbon footprint and saves an unbelievable amount of water. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a complete reimagining of how we can produce food. It's a technology that addresses some of the biggest challenges our planet is facing, from climate change and water scarcity to food security. The next time you're at the grocery store, I challenge you to look for products from a vertical farm. They might be labeled as hydroponically grown, locally grown, or pesticide-free. Give them a try, taste the difference for yourself. By supporting these farms, you're not just buying a great product, you're investing in a more sustainable and healthier future for everyone. This technology is still young, but it has the potential to grow, literally, and become a major part of how we feed the world's cities. This is such a fascinating topic, and I want to know what you guys think. Is this the future? Do you have vertical farms in your city? Have you tried the food? Let me know everything in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video and learned something new, do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next crazy video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.